In 1900, experts declared Islam is dying. In 2000, they said, Muslims will vanish in secular modernity. But today, something terrifying is happening to the world order. Islam isn't fading, it's flooding the future. While the world forgets, history remembers. Muslims didn't just survive civilization, they built it. Ibn Sina's canon of medicine taught Europe for 600 years. Al-Khwarizmi gave the world algebra and the word algorithm. Fatima al-Fihri founded the first university on Earth in 859 CE. Today, Saudi's Dr. Hayat Sindi pioneers medical tech. Algerian boxer Imane Khalif defends dignity on global stages. Turkish and Emirati engineers lead in AI, space, and clean energy. From Nobel Prizes to Olympic gold, Muslim glory isn't past tense. It's rising. Because the Quran didn't just say believe, it commanded read. The West implodes. Germany's birth rate, 1.5, below replacement. 70% of young Swedes say life has no meaning. OECD, 2023. Meanwhile, every 27 seconds, someone embraces Islam. By 2070, 1 in 3 humans will be Muslim. This isn't coincidence. This is divine momentum, backed by data. Behind those stats are real lives. A 19-year-old in Berlin overdosing on antidepressants. A single mom in Texas choosing between groceries and insulin. Elders dying alone in care homes with no visitors. This isn't freedom, it's fragmentation. On the other hand, in Muslim neighborhoods from Toronto to Cape Town, if you lose your job, your ummah feeds your kids. If you're grieving, someone prays with you before sunrise. Islam doesn't just promise the afterlife, it builds dignity now through radical care, shared responsibility, and a God who never abandons you. This isn't random growth, it's divine law. The Quran declares, "We raise some nations by others." When civilizations abandon justice, truth, and God consciousness, they rot from within. But when a people cling to revelation, even while outnumbered, mocked, or bombed, Allah elevates them. That's why Muslim populations surge while secular societies shrink, not by chance, but by cosmic design. Every newborn in Lagos, every revert in Oslo, every student in Medina memorizing Quran, they're not just statistics. They're living proof that when humanity forgets God, He sends a ummah that never forgot Him. The Quran is #1 on Kindle in 12 Western countries. Islam is a complete operating system for humanity. Economy, $4 trillion. Islamic finance industry, growing 10% yearly while Western banks bail out. Science, 9 of top 20 countries in STEM graduates are Muslim majority, UNESCO. Justice, Sharia banned female infanticide in 622 CE, while Europe practiced it until the 1700s, and while the West debates gender pronouns. Muslim nations are building nuclear fusion reactors, Saudi Arabia. Launching AI-powered halal certification, UAE. Exporting more defense tech than Germany, Turkey. The real revolution isn't just in Dubai. It's in Lagos, where Muslim founders launched Africa's first AI-powered halal supply chain. It's in Jakarta, where female engineers code Sharia-compliant fintech, used by 15 million. In Pakistan's rural schools, kids learn robotics alongside philosophy. This isn't an imitation of the West, it's innovation rooted in taqwa. While Silicon Valley chases vanity metrics, the Global South's Muslim youth are solving hunger, energy poverty, and financial exclusion, with faith as their compass. Their tools? The Quran's command to reflect, and the Prophet's Muhammad legacy of excellence. This isn't revival, it's reconstruction. The US dollar ruled for 80 years, but in 2024, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and China traded oil in yuan and rials, no dollars. The OIC controls 70% of global oil reserves, 50% of critical minerals for EVs and AI. The Suez Canal, handles 12% of global trade. And while NATO fights in Ukraine, the Islamic world is building a new axis. Indonesia, $1.4 trillion economy, world's largest Muslim democracy. Pakistan, nuclear shield protecting 2 billion Muslims. Egypt, leading African tech revolution. The 21st century won't be American or Chinese, it'll be Islamic. In London, Paris, Los Angeles, mosques are packed while cathedrals become bars. Why? Because Islam solves what modernity failed. Why am I here? To worship Allah and build justice. What after death? A mercy so vast it dwarfs your sins. How to live with purpose. Every breath can be worship. Hard facts. Over 500,000 Europeans embraced Islam in the last decade, despite hate laws. In the UK, 1 in 10 Londoners is Muslim, and rising further. Why I converted to Islam. Getting more and more views on social media. The West isn't losing a culture war, it's losing its soul. And Islam is the only rescue boat. 1,400 years ago, the Prophet Muhammad said, "Islam began as something strange, and it will return to being strange. So give glad tidings to the strangers." They called Muslims strange for refusing interest, praying 5 times a day, protecting women's dignity. But today, being strange is the new power. While the world chases dopamine, Muslims chase Iman. And the Prophet also promised, Allah will make this ummah dominant over all nations, even if the disbelievers hate it. This isn't hope, it's divine guarantee, now unfolding in real time. Let's cut through the noise. This isn't faith, this is documented reality. Fact number 1. The Quran is the only religious text with 0 textual variants in 1,400 years. The Bible? Over 40,000 denominations, all disagreeing on salvation. Fact number 2. Muslim majority nations lead the global South's rise. Indonesia, $1.4 trillion GDP, top 10 global economy by 2030. UAE, number 1 in AI investment per capita in MENA. Turkey, exports more drones than France. Fact number 3. On social media, Islamic content gets 3 times more engagement in MENA. Quran recitations, 12+ billion TikTok views. Hashtag halal tech startups raised $2.1 billion in 2023. Even atheist China now prints Qurans in Uyghur, not out of kindness, but because suppressing Islam only fuels resistance. This isn't a golden age of feelings. It's a strategic, demographic, technological, and spiritual takeover, happening now. And Allah's promise stands. We have revealed the Quran, and we will surely protect it. That protection isn't just in text, it's in the hearts of 2 billion people rising. The world is choosing sides. Will you be on the side of fading empires, or the final, eternal truth? If this video shook you, smash like. YouTube pushes bold truths. Subscribe. This channel is your digital minbar. Share this with one person who's lost. Because the final superpower doesn't need soldiers. It needs believers who speak truth without fear. Until next time, the future is Islamic, and it's already here.